Okay, so what's the date today? It is the 27th of the 5th, and this is somewhere between just after my second lesson, and I have another one coming up Thursday. Today is Monday, and what I was looking at is in the last lesson when I was playing Greensleeves, I was like shifting like that, right? And my teacher pointed out that actually it's causing too much tension on my left hand. And also, there's thinking about it though, after I did it the correct way, I also noticed that there's lack of certain notes that should be sustained through that, even though it's something quite simple, you know. And even though I'm really sick of playing Greensleeves, I'm not moving on until I have it like really well perfected. So also in the last lesson my thumb was up quite a lot, and if you're watching then you should notice my thumb is a little bit more down actually. And I came up with a practice routine just for this switch, and I've spent the last 2 days on this. So the practice little routine is something like this. The focus is of course on correct sitting position, thumb position, obviously alternating I and M, and also pressing right against the fret, which you can't really see that in the video, but I had been pushing it in the middle of the fret, and I need to move that just slightly more towards where the fret actually is. And so there are these calculations and more. Also, that wrist position is very important, which I'm trying to keep. At the same time, yeah, this is basically the routine. So it's so very simple, but what it does is there's that, which is really these two fingers, right? What I'm noticing is that I'm using more pressure than I was before to push that down, and it feels much more controlled. On the up, I'm raising my hand just ever so slightly just to make room, so that when I'm hitting my first string or bottom E string, it's going to always ring clear and not get caught like that, right? So again, it should be okay. And what I also noticed, if there was ever a need to reinforce the bass with, you know, with that can be achieved now in this position quite comfortably, whereas before with wrong fingering, like I had originally played this. So if I was in that position, right, and you said, well, just play that top E, no one plays it like that, so it's not possible, which means that you would have to, and watch, the note is not sustained, right, because slow motion, you have to lift off. So whereas the other way it was you see that it can sustain. So the end result of that in Greensleeves should be, wow, not good, right? So okay, so that should be something like that. Another thing I was doing earlier is also just to keep practicing fluidity of right hand, is just some basic falling slowly, so I'll just play that now quick. thumb is already up. Okay, so there's that, and yeah, I had also been just also playing around with some little hammer-on, which is basically something like but I think maybe it sounds maybe a bit better in not in a minor key, but in a major key, so. Just have to sometimes just try different things, and some stuff works, some stuff doesn't work, and that's pretty much the end of my routine for today. Maybe one last quick scale run, C major scale. That's it. Time for bed.